All right, guys, we're here at Refine Gaming at Archazia's Island Set Championship, and our winner is sitting in front of me. We're going to get into his deck profile. What's your name?
Kalvin Mohre.
All right, Calvin, and what place did you get today?
I got first with red, yellow Mufasa.
Very cool. And what were some of the matchups you saw today?
Red steel, Chernodog aggro. In the top matchup, it was green, purple.
Any of those tougher for you than others?
Green, purple can definitely be really, really tough. Other than that, a lot of the other matchups are just if you have the answers and they can come down, then you usually can handle it pretty well. If not, then you just get run over.
All right, well, let's get into what you played and why you're playing that.
All right, so I got 11 Uninkables. So got a playset of Pluto and a playset of Mulan for my 1-drops. Pluto can just come down and sit around until you can play something really big or combo with the cards that untap like Rhea. Mulan can be a pre-damaged character, so you can draw cards with Rapunzel, and it threatens the shift that can blow up big boards from decks that go really wide really quick. For the 2s, I have 3 Lumieres and 3 Lilos. Lumiere helps push power up because that is a piece that matters for Maximus and the Mulan shift, and it keeps your cards like Gaston, which is really important, off of brawl range, and then Lilo just is recursive aggression that you can untap with your 7 cards that untap. Then we have the 4 Gaston, 4 Sisu as the 3-drops. Usually mulligan really aggressively for Gaston or Rapunzel, as most of the pieces can kind of flex in other cases. Sisu is a high toughness card that quests pretty aggressively, and it can shift into the big Sisu and punish people just like the Mulan. Rapunzel is obviously in yellow decks that aren't trying to be just aggressive, so that's part of the card draw. And then Rhea is probably the most important card in the deck. I'd say more so than Mufasa. Lets you do really cool plays with Gaston to either play something big and then ready it to punch over things, especially locations with big power cards, and lets you play Gaston, Rhea into even like something like a 9-drop dragon on turn 5 that a lot of decks have trouble getting around. And also on 4 we have the 4 Moanas to deal with the evasive cards, Genies, Diablos, and it also pumps power for Maximus and the Mulan. Then the namesake card, 5s are just 4 Mufasas. If you get time to put it down, and against decks that play Be Prepared, it can have the ability to just stay there and make it, even if you don't quest with it, it makes it hard for them to make any plays. And even against other decks, you can just high roll and flip over into like a Chernobog or a Maleficent Dragon and just win games you have no business winning. We got 3 Judy Hops, also readies things, support, pump. You can Gaston into Judy on 4 and then ready the Gaston is really strong. Then we got the Maximus. If you have, at your end step, if you have a character with 5 power or greater, you get 2 lore. If it's 10 or greater, then you have 5 lore off of it, which is just a lot for people to deal with. You can do Lumiere plus Chernobog with this is 10. You can do Judy plus Moana punching something into pump the Judy support back onto it is 10. It's not super easy to get 10. You don't plan on it, but when you do, it just wins games. Mulan, not really great to hardcast a lot of times. Sometimes it works with the self-pump stuff like Lumiere and Moana, but it mostly just is something that you can punish really, really small, low to the ground things. Shifting this out on 5 or even sooner with Pluto, and then just blowing up their whole board. Stitch is just has a huge butt, draws you cards, easy 4 of there. Too goofy, lets you get reach to go around decks that are trying to tempo you back. You can punch something. This lines up really well against coil brawl stuff. It punches over Iago. It trades with Maui Shark. Readying it and punching something 2 times with it makes your, if you have a big enough board, makes it big enough that you can just win from like no lore. Another thing that punishes the small decks, Sisu also is at 5, so it enables Maximus with no setup. Just 6 shift onto the Sisu and also gets you the extra reach going from 2 to 3 to catch people off guard. The 2 Maleficent Dragons, just catch all for later in the game. Chernobog is just really hard for steel decks to deal with and can come down a lot of times for free. And then 3 Look at This Family with all of the readying cards. A lot of times you'll have something like a Stitch that you can quest with and then use Look at This Family, or just Look at This Family and get exactly what you need for the next turn setup. And that's it.
Awesome. Looking at your matchups today, is there anything that you would change in your deck?
It wasn't really anything for today specifically, but if I could fit in another Lumiere, this card is really good. It was really good last set for me. I would really like to find another spot. I don't know exactly where to put it. Haven't gotten as much testing on the deck as I would really like to, but got a good amount, and I'm fairly happy with it. I'd play it the same way.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on your win, sir, and thanks for coming out.
Thank you.